Mr. Kazum.
Hi, Zubeda. How are you, Zubeda?
Normal.
Normal? Why not better than normal?
I don't know.
Zubeda, we have just started, and as you know, we were actually studying about perimeter and area of simple geometry figures. But before we continue the class, we are going to solve some more word problems from the previous chapter, and after that we will continue. Okay. Here, this is the question, Zubeda and Tariel. All right, let's just do some revision for 15 minutes, and after that, we will continue with area and perimeter. All right, can you read the question and do it? All right, so you have 4 minutes. After that, we will discuss together. Did you understand the question, Tariel?
Hi, mister.
Hi, mister.
I'm having a lot of trouble right now.
A lot of trouble regarding what?
Making doing the most important thing, making a solution for making an equation for this.
Zubeda, how about you? Did you understand the question?
Hello, mister.
Yes,
Hello,
and
mister.
I think I found the answer. Is it 5 minutes?
5 minutes. Really? Are you sure?
I think.
What are we doing?
Okay.
Is it the right answer? Rahim, best Coca-Cola.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, and others are here. Let's discuss together, and after that, we will continue our class. Rahim, welcome. We were solving this question. It's about, I mean, very famous question. And usually, I don't know why, a lot of students actually struggle with this kind of questions. It's a tank problems, right? Or filling or draining the fluid from some kind of water storage or tank. Anyway, in this question, it says that a tank can be fully filled with water using a
just
pipe
X.
that fills 20 liters in a minute. So again, it's a kind of, distance, speed, time. It's exactly, not exactly, it's very, very similar to the question. But instead of here distance,
It's
we
like
have
we have done.
tank, volume. And the rate is, the speed here is the rate, right? That is liters per minute. And time is just time. So suppose that that is our kind of tank. All right. Okay. Now here we have two tanks. This one is a small one, small. And here we have another pipe. This one is big one. All right. And suppose that the volume of this container is V liters, or capacity is V liters. Okay. In the question, it says that a tank can be fully filled with water using a pipe that fills 20 liters in a minute, right? So this one is, what is the rate? Rate is 20 liters per minute. Every minute, actually 20 liters of water is pouring from this small pipe. And how about the big one? Let's say the capital R is the rate of the bigger pipe. That is 25 liters per minute. Okay. So now let me just write my equation. Here we have V for the small one and the V for the big one. And the small one, it says that 20 liters per minute, right? 20 liters per minute. And the second one is 25 liters per minute. And the question is saying that a bigger pipe that can fill 25 liters in a minute will take 1 minute less. So if for the smaller pipe, if it takes
-5.
t minutes,
-1.
for the bigger pipe, it takes t minus 1 minutes, right? So how many minutes does the smaller pipe take to fill the tank? That's the question. So every liter, every minute, 20 liters of water is pouring from the smaller pipe. So after 10 minutes, it will be full. It will make this container full. That means that how much water will be poured from this smaller type in T minutes, that is V liters. So since the left-hand sides are equal, that means that 20T should be equal to 25 times T minus 1. So here we have 20T equals 25T minus 25. Take 25 to the left-hand side, that is minus 5t. On the right-hand side, we have 25. What is t? Dot, dot, dot. T is equal to 5 minutes. Okay, so that means it just takes 5 minutes. Now from here, if you check this, volume is 5 times 20. That's equal to 100 liters, right? And see here, the second pipe, actually every minute 25 liters of water is pouring from the big one. After 2 minutes, right, how much water pours from the big one is 4 times 25. That's equal to 100. Right? For the second one, V is equal to 4 times 25, which is equal to 100 liters. Okay. Now later we will solve more complicated problems similar to this, but the idea is very simple. Again, we are just using this equation that Z is equal to X times Y, right? Here, Z represents the volume, X represents rate, and Y represents T. And about the distance, Z represents distance, X represents what is it? Speed, and Y is time. All right. Another question, guys. If you solve correctly, give 5 points to yourself. If you cannot solve, in the given time, give 0 to yourself. Okay. All right. Next question. I will give you exactly 4.5 minutes for the next question. Reading 1.5 minutes, solving 3 minutes. All right. Start. Any answer?
I'm doing.
Come on, Rahim the best. Rahim is the best. I am your fan, Rahim. Come on. Mr. Adnan, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Are you solving, Adnan, or still you are reading?
I'm trying.
How are you trying? How are you trying, Adnan?
I have an answer.
Okay. Can you write in the chat box, Rahim? Let's wait 1 more minute, okay? And after
you
that,
or
we'll
to
look for
everyone?
answers. Huh? Not
To
only
you
to
or-
me. No,
Okay.
only to me.
I might have some other answer too now. Wait.
Oh, let's see.
Mr. Kazam, I also have answer.
Okay, Zubaida, can you write your answer to the chat box?
Yes.
I think that's the answer that I wrote.
Okay, Rahim Mir Zubaida, the same answer. Let's see.
Now I know I'm correct.
What? That means
Now
your
I know
answer is
I'm correct.
correct?
Yes.
So you trust Zubaida 100%, huh?
Yes. And I'm sure it's not a coincidence that we have the same answer.
But sometimes people can make the same mistake, you know. All right, 30 seconds. Mr. Taria.
Ariel, the answer is in the question.
That's also coincidence, actually.
Wait, what? Wait, in 22, that means 22.
Okay. Adnan, I think it is 20, but I'm not sure because I don't know how to add 18 to 4. 18 to 4, I think it is 22, Mr. Qasim. Okay, Adnan, thank you. All right, Adnan, if you don't know, I will show you how to add 4 to 18. So 4 plus 18 is 22. You can be 100% sure. Okay, Adnan, no problem. So guys, again, this kind of age problems, all right, the first step, I really suggest you, I cannot
Graph.
force anybody, but tabulate your data, all right. Here we are talking about 3 people. Let me just draw a simple table here for the first guy, for the second guy. And here we have Mary, and here we have John, and here we have Bob. It says that Mary is twice as old as John. I don't know John's age. Let's say John's age is N. So Mary's age is 2M. And half as old as Bob, right? Who? Mary. Mary is half as old as Bob. So that means that if Mary is 2N, so Bob should be 4M. In 22 years' time, now the first line represents now, the second line in 22 years' time. 22 years' time means after 22 years, Mary will be 2N plus 22. John will be N plus 22. And also Bob will be 4N plus 22. All right, in 22 years' time, Bob will be twice as old as John. So Bob is in 22 years' time for N plus 2 will be twice as old as John. That is 2N plus 22.
Okay.
That's it. How old is Mary? How old is Mary now? Means Mary's present age. That is 4N plus 22 is equal to 2N plus 44. Take 2N to the left-hand side. That is 2N. 22 to the right-hand side. It is 22. Even I don't have to solve for this, right? Because we are looking for 2n, right? So that is Mary's age. Dot, dot, dot. Mary is 22 years old.
I did a bit different. I just took 2n without plus 44 and I just multiplied by 2 at the end.
Okay. All right. So Rahim and Zebeda, now you have 5 points. And Adnan, you have 1.5 points because you are not sure.
18 plus 4.
Yeah, because I don't accept this kind of answer. Mr. Qasim, is it 22? But I'm not sure. What does it mean?
But if it's the correct answer, you won't accept.
Yeah, but if you are not sure, that's not the correct answer. That means if I say no, immediately you'll change your mind, right? That means that that's not your answer.
Ah, okay. Adnan wrote.
No, Adnan's answer is, I think it is 22, but I'm not sure. Why? Because there is 22 in the question. I'm just kidding, Adnan. All right, next question. All right, guys, this is a challenging question a little bit. Suppose that you are taking SASMO question and you have 5 minutes, okay? Read it, 1 minute to understand the problem, or 2 minutes solving, 3 minutes. Time starts now. If you solve this, you get 10 points. 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Can you write formula for finding distance?
S times T.
Okay.
Speed times time.
Mr. Kasim, I have an answer.
You have an answer? Okay, leave it to chat box, Dario.
Yes.
I partially have it, but partially I don't.
What?
I formed the equation, but
The cock.
You don't know how
But-
to solve it?
no, it's just I have open bracket 2/3, open new bracket n plus 2 close bracket and close final bracket -1.
Mister, it kicked me from the lesson. Hello?
Hello?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? I think we give Ali speaking.
No, it's Vagif.
Last
Yeah.
minute.
It's okay, Ali.
Let's wait. Zubeida, how about you? Are you trying Tariel? Looks not bad. Mr. Professor Adnan, how about you?
It doesn't matter how it looks, Mr. Kasim has to be correct.
Ali the best. How about you? Okay, let's see. 30 more seconds. Rahim, you should try this to solve this kind of
Mister,
problem.
when you meant Ali the best, did you mean me, Ali, or Vagif? Because Vagif is using my name, and I'm using his name.
No, I mean the Ali the best. Who's Ali the best?
Vagif.
Huh?
Vagif.
What, mister?
What, Mister? Nothing. Okay, just continue sleeping. No problem. I'm okay.
I got
All
one
right.
whole 1/4.
Anyway, guys, let's just get back to the problem. All right. And Zubeida, any answer?
No.
Are you solving or you are thinking?
I'm solving, but I'm stuck.
Okay, guys, again, let's do this, and I hope you get some idea. Maybe next time, if you try a similar question, I hope you can solve it. So here we have two different situations, right? I mean, two different scenarios, let's say. So let's just write the first one here and the second one here. Okay.
I did the
We are
same.
talking about two people. So let's say here we have, what is it? Alice and Belinda. All right. If I just make table like this, let's say the first one actually represents, what is it? It is the year speed, okay? And the second one is the time. In the first part, it says that if Alice travels X kilometers per hour faster than Belinda. Do we know Belinda's speed? We don't know. Suppose that Belinda's speed is X, okay? Then Ali's speed will be X plus 2, right? They would meet in 3 hours. So the time is here, it is 3 hours. But the time is 3 hours, right? Now immediately, let me just write the equation for this. Let me just write the equation for this. So we are talking about a distance between two towns. Let's say this one is A and this one is B, right? And Alice and Belinda, they are walking towards each other, right? They meet somewhere here, right? This is their starting point. So again, once again, if you remember, we saw similar question. If two people are walking towards each other, how fast they are approaching each other. So we need to add their speeds, right? So if the distance between these two towns, let's say it is D, then here D will be equal to the distance traveled by Alice, it will be 3, right? And also, I mean, the both time. Anyway, let me just write here, the speed 1 and speed 2. Speed of Alice, it is X plus 2, plus speed of Belinda, it is X. Now, if you just simplify this, 2X, 3 times 2X, it is 6X plus 6, okay? Now, the second one. In the second part, it says that if Belinda, again, here we have A, and here we have B, all right? If Belinda travels 1 kilometer per hour slower, right? What is Belinda's speed now? His speed is x minus 1. The previous speed is x. If Belinda travels 1 kilometer per hour slower, and Alice's speed is 2/3 of her previous speed. What was her previous speed? It is x plus 2, right? So here we have 2/3 of her previous speed. That is 2/3 times x plus 2. They would meet in 3 hours. Now here, time is equal to 4 hours. So again, then the distance will be equal to, after 4 hours they will meet. So they are walking towards each other. We need to add their speed. The speed of Alice, it is 2/3 x plus 2. Plus speed of Belinda, it is x minus 1. Okay. So now these two things are equal because distances are equal. So I have to solve this equation now. 6x plus 6 on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we have this equation. 2/3. Here we have x plus 2 plus x minus 1. Rahim, this is our equation. Okay.
I have the same equation.
Very good. Very good. Then 6x plus 6 equals 4 times 2. Okay, that's equal to 8/3 x plus 2, and the plus 4 times x, it is 4x. 4 times 1, it is 4. Right? Now, if you multiply both sides by 3, because here we have 8/3, 3 times 6, 18x plus 18. And here we have 3 times 8/3, it is 8. 8 times x, that is 8x. 8 times 2, it is 16. And 8 times, 2, 16. 3 times 4, 12x. And 3 times 4, it is 12, right? So 8x plus 12x, it is 20. Take to the left-hand side, 18x minus 20x. 16 minus 12, it is 4. Take 18 to the left, to the right, minus 18. 18 minus 20 minus 2x. 4 minus 18 minus 14. What is x? X equals 7. Okay, now we know the value of 7. What is the question? How apart are the two towns? Now we can answer the question up there. For example, D is equal to, if I can use the 6x plus 6, that is 6 times, what is the value of x? It is 7 plus 6. That's equal to 48 kilometers.
I was close. I had 24.5.
Mister.
Yes, sir.
In the lesson, we cannot drink anything, right?
Who are you?
Wagif the best. Wagif the best.
Wagif, even I cannot see your face. How
It's
can I
not
know?
me,
You can do
mister.
whatever you
It's
like.
not me, mister. Ali put my name, mister.
Mr.
I mean,
Kasım,
whoever is talking there, even I cannot see your face. Okay, then you can do
Mr.
whatever you
Kasım.
like. Okay. And guys, you should not actually,
Okay.
once again, let me remind you, you should not get actually confused. Confuse this class with your school math. All right. And this is a private class. And at the beginning, I told you, now the students who join this class, I assume that they really want more from what they are learning at school. Okay, they want to improve their math, and that's why you are here. If you are here because your parents are forcing you or because they want you to be here, it's also okay. Okay, but if you're not studying, if you're not pressing problems, it is your problem. All right, I cannot ask you, okay, Ali, why are you not studying? Why is your camera off? Why you don't practice any questions? It's your problem. You are paying. Okay, my job is here just to teach, and if you have questions to
Mister,
answer.
my camera is off because I
Wait,
always
listen. When I'm talking, listen. Okay, first learn how to listen. All right, and that's it. Now, if your camera is off and you are asking, can I drink? You can do whatever you like. You can sleep there. You can just leave it. Okay, and to be a little bit rude, and I'm sorry to say that I don't care what you're doing there. All right, Ali, because I'm not your school teacher. And this is a private online class, and I'm not only teaching.
I was asking if I can go and take.
So before you ask, you should think then. Before you ask, you should think, am I asking the right question or not? Okay. I mean, don't be like, I don't know, the kindergarten student. Can I drink the water? Can I go to the toilet? Can I just lie down? You can do whatever you like. I didn't ask you to come to this class, all right? Okay, Ali, if I'm teaching you only alone, you are the only person here. At the time, you can take a permission. Mr. Qasim, can I just go out for 1 minute? All right, can I just drink some water, please? All right, can I have some break? But here, we have 5, 6 students. Okay, Ali, or Wagi, whoever is talking to me there. All right, guys, that's it.
It was
I
not
mean,
me, Mr.
again, you should not confuse. You are here because you have online class. From morning till evening, you are taking online class. Again, you are joining this class. That means that you want something different from other students, right? And that's why. And now still we have some students, I don't know, even they don't know why they are here. I have nothing to do, okay? My job is I come on time, I teach you, I give you assignment, all right? If you have question, I try to, answer. If you don't understand, I try to explain using some different methods. That's what I teach here. Yeah, you know how I'm teaching here. If you like, you join this class. If you don't like, anytime you can leave. It is your problem, all right? All right, guys, let's continue. I think that much is enough. Let me just solve one question from here, and after that we will continue about perimeter and area. So that's also a very simple question, but again, guys, just knowing how to solve something, that is not enough. And also in solving math problems, speed is also very important, especially like you. Every time you're going to have a test, you're going to have an exam, and in the future, you need to sit for some important exams to enter the college or university and blah, blah, blah. And life is some kind of exam test, right? Every time we face some kind of problem. So now we are just learning how to solve problems, okay? And how we are improving our thinking skill, solving some math questions. And this math questions, it doesn't mean that we are going to see this kind of problem. No, actually now we are training our brain, training our thinking skill, and training ourselves how to think, okay? And that's why people say that there's a huge difference between educated person and uneducated person. And now if you really want to be educated, if you really want to be different, if you really want to live meaningful life, all right, then you need to sacrifice time, some time, sit and study. Not the whole day, of course. After, if you're having class 1 hour and 1 hour, you have to do some self-studying, okay? Otherwise, guys, once again, if you just come here and keep your camera off, or also keeping camera off, all right, some people may be shy, but if you're just watching me and doing nothing, you only waste your money and time, okay? You will not learn much. You can learn something, but not much, okay? Good. Thank you for your attention. Now
I found answer.
You got an answer?
Yes, wait, I'm writing. Let me check again.
Okay, here we have A plus B is equal to 8. Rahim, you read your answer. Also, let's do this together. B plus C is equal to 11. And B plus D is equal to 13. And C plus D is equal to 14. Okay, Rahim, you can tell me your answers here. What is your A?
I got everything incorrect.
Incorrect.
I thought those were answers. Okay. My A is 7.
A is 7. And B is 1.
B is 4.
4?
Nothing. 1.
Yeah, because if A is 7, your B must be 1. If B is 1,
Yes.
C must be 10.
Yes. Yeah,
And
10.
if B is 1, D must be 12.
Yes.
No, that's wrong then. Anyway, Rahim, let's do this
It's
quickly
wrong.
together. Now you will check your answer.
I
Now
just
here-
picked random number and I just checked.
No, random
I
number is
picked
okay, but
4
if the questions are a bit more complicated, that's
Look.
choosing random
So you-
numbers will take more time. So
Look,
guys,
you take-
here the idea is the elimination method. We are going to use elimination method, okay? So these are the equations. For example, here, B plus D equals 13, C plus D equals 14, right? Now from here, for example,
D is 9. D is
if
9.
I just subtract left-hand side, for example, what happens? B plus D minus C plus D, right? What is b plus d? It is 13 minus c plus d, that is 14. Now, if you remove the bracket, d minus d is equal to 0. Now, here we have b minus c is equal to minus 1. Now, do I have any equation that actually involves only b and c? Our second equation, right? As see here, now I can write the second equation, b plus c is equal to 11. Now, again, if I add them together, left-hand side to the left-hand side, right-hand side to the right-hand side, b plus b, it is 2b. Negative c plus c is equal to 0. Negative 1 plus 11, that's equal to 10. From here, b is equal to 5. Now, if b is equal to 5, what is c? If you substitute into the second equation, 5 plus what number is 11? So c is equal to 6. Now, if you substitute this, for example, the third equation, b plus d equals 13, b equals 5. What is d? d equals 8. Now, if you substitute into the first equation, b equals 5, a plus 5 equals 8, so a is 3. So dot, 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 here we have a equals 3, b equals 5, c equals 6, d equals 8. Zubaydah, is it clear? Did you understand this, or is too easy for you?
No, I got this.
Professor Tariel, how about you?
It's pretty
Ariel got
understandable.
75. He didn't understand.
No, did you understand the idea how we are first eliminating some variables, right? And simplifying this. And actually we call this in math elimination method, okay? By eliminating some variables, we have to reduce the number of
But
variables.
Mr. Kasim, for example, you took b plus d and c plus d, right? But
Yes.
could you do the same thing? Could you do the same equation if you took a plus b minus b plus c?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So you would get the same answer still, right?
Yes.
Ah, okay, okay.
Doesn't matter. Now, if you understood this, I asked the same similar question, but I will give you 2.5 minutes, okay? But instead of plus, here it will be multiplication, but the idea is the same. Okay, start. You have 2.5 minutes.
Mr. Kasim,
Yes.
do you like wonton soup?
What?
Do you like wonton soup?
What is it?
Do you not know wonton? No?
Wonton?
It's a soup. Yes.
No, what kind
No?
of soup?
I don't know. It's just tasty.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes. It has like dumplings with shrimps.
Dumplings with shrimps.
Yes, inside it.
I don't know. Just send me the name. Let me try here. I never tried. All right. Wonton soup. Wonton soup. Interesting name. Wonton soup. Oh, we have wonton noodle soup here.
You should try it.
Oh, this one, I like it. I love it. So this is called wonton?
Yes. Yes.
I see. In Chinese, it is called jiaozi. Okay, that's my favorites. When I was working in Myanmar, I had one student, even I remember her name. Her name was Jennifer. And they were Chinese. They used to invite us for dinner sometimes. And they always used to offer us this food. They call this jiaozi. Okay, so delicious. Sometimes I used to eat like 4 or 5 plates, you know, can you believe that? It is very, very delicious. So you have this soup in Azerbaijan, Rahim?
Yes, in like Chinese restaurants.
Oh, that's why.
I had it for lunch.
It is so delicious. I love it.
Yes, I love it.
So good. But did you ever eat lobster?
Yes, but not in our country. In another country.
Yeah, lobster is very good, but super expensive.
Yes.
1 kilo is about $60. Time is up. Zubaydah, Rahim, Tariel, Ali, Wagif. Anybody else
B
here?
is 4, B is 4, C is 7.
Okay.
Mr. Kasim, I tried to use your
A
way
is
of
2, A equals
elimination
2,
process, but I didn't get answer.
A equals
Really?
2,
2.
Yes.
B equals 4, C equals 7, and D, let
D
me
equals
figure out. How much?
9.
9, okay.
Okay. Good. Here, if I just write here, A times B, and B times C, and C times D, and B times D, right? Now, as you see here, Tariel, if I just take those two equations, right? If you divide them, here we have B times C. Let me divide this by C times D. What is B times C is equal to 28. And C times D is equal to 63. The C, they cancel each other, right? On the right-hand side, if you simplify by 7 is equal to 4, by 7 is equal to 9. So now I have one equation, B over D is equal to 4 over 9. And also here I have another equation, right? B times D. So here we have B times D is equal to 36. So what does it mean actually from here? That means that actually the ratio of B to D is equal to 49, right? That means that here B to D is equal to 4 to 9. That means that if B equals 4P, D should be equal to 9P. Now, if I substitute here, what is B? It is 4P, D 9P, that's equal to 36. Now, from here, you get that P is equal to 1. So that means that's B, let me just write here, A, B, C, and D. Now we got the answer for B. B equals 4 and D equals 9. Now substitute in other equations. A times B equals 8. B equals 4. So A must be 2. For C, the third equation, C times D. It is 9 and D is 9. So C equals 63 over 9. That's equal to 7. Wonton soup. Hey, Tariel. I just guessed that. Okay. That's not fun. Why don't you send that message to Tariel, not to everybody, or not to me, Rahim?
I can't pick Tariel here. It's only Mr. Kasim and everyone.
All right. Guys, all right. So that much is enough for this. Okay. So I'm closing this. Now we will continue perimeter and area. Let's do a few more questions from perimeter and area and finish the class.
Mr. Kasim, after our lesson, like from 5 to 6, you have another lesson from 6 to 7?
Oi, Tariel.
Yes.
I have class every day. You know, I have every day. I teach like
Don't
7, 8
remind,
hours.
Tariel.
After you, I have 2 more hours.
Ah.
And
So
also Saturday and Sunday, also I have students from Hong Kong. Also, I prepare them for Hong Kong Olympiad. I teach every day. In the daytime, I teach at university. Evening time, international students. But it's good, flexible. You know, I just go to university in the morning. I drop my kids at school. My university is very close, like 300 meters from my home. And also,
Mr. Kasim,
yes.
our real school is starting in 1 week.
Yes.
2 times a week. I
But
haven't
are you
been to
happy?
school.
Are you
Yes.
happy for that?
Yes.
That's
I
good if
haven't-
you're happy, because I
three
asked some
times.
students, but
Three
they told me
times.
that they are not happy.
Wait.
What did you say, Professor Wagif?
It was Ali. But we changed our names, mister.
It's teacher, it's boring.
It's going to be
It's so
3
boring.
days, 3
No,
days
2.
school, 2 days
For
online.
them too. For them too.
Ali,
For us
what
3.
grade are you? What grade are you?
I'm 7.
For 7th grade, it's 2.
Okay, but at least Rahim, I don't know, but teaching in the class, learning in the class is much, much, much better than online class,
Of course, mister.
But
Yes,
here, this
and it's
kind of
boring online.
online discussion, Rahim. What good thing is, you know, you are living there in Azerbaijan. I'm living here in Cambodia, and we can communicate each other. That's a good thing. One thing. Another good thing is for just some discussion, you have a problem, you have a purpose to have a class. You know, at the time, if you join or I have discussion, and that's also a good thing. All right. Otherwise, in
Mister,
We go to
general, for
school in
students,
1 year.
learning at school is much, much better. Yes, Rahim.
Mister,
Yes.
okay, okay, Mister. Where are you from? Are you from Azerbaijan?
Oh my God, he just said Cambodia, you idiot.
No, like, where are you
Originally
from?
No.
I am from Uzbekistan. I'm
Ah,
Uzbek.
okay.
You know
Yeah,
Uzbekistan?
of course, Mister.
Yeah.
So, Mister, you're a Muslim, right? Mister, are you a Muslim or a Christian?
What do you think?
I mean,
I think Mr. Kasim is Muslim.
Mister, if you're from Uzbekistan, with logic, you're a Muslim.
Wait, I don't even know.
logic.
Of
Wait.
course, I am Muslim.
Okay,
okay.
that's
All right.
You're good?
And how about you? Are you Christian?
No.
No, I'm Muslim.
no, no.
Muslim.
We're all from Azerbaijan.
Anyway, guys, let's get back to anyway. Yeah, I'm from Uzbekistan, but as I told
Karir
you,
is Christian.
I have been living abroad for a long, long time, and usually I never work in my country. I mean, just short time, but I usually
That's why
teach
your son's name is
international
Abbas.
schools and international universities, and I'm a global citizen. You know, I don't live in one
Yeah.
place.
You're
I
the
always
citizen
travel.
of planet Earth.
But who knows? Maybe next year I will come to Azerbaijan and teach at your school. We cannot
Wait,
know.
you've never been here?
No, never. But I really want to visit
Oh.
Azerbaijan.
Come, Mister, come.
Never
It's really
visited.
good here.
My
Yeah,
mother
because
visited,
Rahim
but
will,
I never
Rahim
visited.
will take you on a tour for Azerbaijan. Tour of Azerbaijan.
All right. And hope if everything gets back to normal life, in my top list, I will visit Azerbaijan first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Guys, if everything gets back to normal life, you know, we are going to have a lot of different things. And if you come to Malaysia, we will travel a lot. When I was working at high school, I mean, international schools, I used to organize trip every year with my students to other countries. So we had a kind of trip, but now because of COVID, traveling is not a good idea these days. Anyway, let's continue. Guys, we were solving these questions and we did a few questions, and this is the last question we did. As a warm-up, guys, we have only 30 minutes left. I'm going to show you maybe 2 more examples, all right? And I'm really rushing to cover. This is chapter 8. We have chapter 9. Also, it's very important chapter. Chapter 10 maybe the most important chapter in this book. Is about ratio, rates, and the speed problems. And every math Olympiad, they ask this kind of questions usually because those are the most important topics. Every time you're going to use them. And after that, we have percentage or arithmetic problems. And after that, for a while, I stop and we will solve only SASMO questions. Okay. And also we need to practice SASMO questions. Okay. So after I finish chapter 8 and 9, after that, you will have another progress test. So triangle APQ is enclosed within the rectangle ABCD, as you see, as shown in the figure below. Calculate the area of APQ. So we are talking about this area, the shaded region. And we already did similar example, right? It's just kind of because in math, on purpose, similar questions are put in the exercises so that if you practice the same similar questions, then you can understand the idea so that you learn something. Otherwise, if every question is different, then improving your learning will be very, very hard. So how did they do this? If you remember, as if we have A4 size paper or rectangular shaped paper, and we are just cutting off at the 3 corners, right? So after that, we just form this triangle. Maybe we are making some kind of decoration. And from here immediately, so if CP equals 4, AD equals 12, what is PB? PB should be equal to 12 minus 4, that's equal to 8. And after that, here we have 6 plus 3, and this side is equal to 9. So now the area of triangle APQ is equal to the area of the rectangle, that's equal to 12 times 9, minus area of the first rectangle, right? Let's say this one is A, this one is B, this one is C. What is the area of the region A? There's a triangle, 1 over 2 times 3 times 12 minus area of B, 1 over 2 times 4 times 6 minus area of C, 1 over 2 times 8 times 9. And after that, we can just simplify this. 12 times 9, it is 108 minus 1 over 2 times 12, 6 times 3 is 18, minus 1 over 2 times 4 is 2, 2 times 6 is 12, minus 4 times 9, 36. So this one is, what is it? 90, and this one is 48. So the answer is 48. The answer is 42 cm squared. Okay. Another example. How about this question? And in the figure, ABCD is a rectangle of length 8 centimeters and breadth 6 centimeters. If BP is equal to CP, that means that this side is equal to this side. That means that, and also Q must be the midpoint of the diagonal AC, right? What is a diagonal, Mr. Rahim? Can you define the diagonal of a polygon? I will give you 10 points if you give me the right definition.
Diagonal of a polygon, like the line passing between, no, like A to C.
Throwing some smart words, just like you do all the time.
Zubaydah, how about you? Have you ever studied the definition of diagonal? What does diagonal, I mean, how we define the diagonal of a polygon?
Wait,
Yeah.
Mr.
What's a
Musa.
polygon?
Yes, Zubaydah, I'm listening to you.
No, I have never studied this.
Okay. As I see here, if I join A and D, it just gives us the side of this rectangle, right? If I join A and C, it is a diagonal. So what is the diagonal? Diagonal is a line segment that joins two non-adjacent vertices of a polygon. These are the vertex, right? I mean, vertices, plural form is vertices, and the singular form is vertex. So A and D and C and B, these are the vertices of this triangle. And how about AD? These are adjacent vertices because they are sharing the same side. A and B, adjacent vertices. B and C, adjacent. How about A and C? They are non-adjacent vertices because they are not sharing any side. So if you just join any two non-adjacent vertices, they give us a diagonal. Anyway, so here BP equals CP. That means that since AD is equal to 6, this should be 3, and also this should be 3. Calculate the area of trapezium, okay, BABPQ. So we need to find the area of the shaded region. And also we know that to find the area of the trapezium, we need to know the parallel sides, right? And if I just continue here, right, that is equal to the length of the rectangle. And we know that the length is 8, so that's a midpoint, so this should be 4. And how about this AB? That's equal to 8. And how about the height? BP is a height because BP is perpendicular to QP. Then the area of the trapezium ABPQ is equal to 1 over 2 times the sum of the parallel sides, that is 4 plus 8 times height. Height is equal to 3. Equals 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 over 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18 cm squared.
Mr. Kazim, can you write
It's
right?
midpoint. Maybe it's not 4, maybe it's 4.09.
Yaş başlamadı.
How
What?
do you know it's exactly midpoint?
Because
you
of
said that,
diagonal.
like
Diagonal.
4 is the midpoint, like the Q is midpoint. But how do you
Yeah.
know that it's exactly midpoint? Maybe it's not midpoint, maybe it's 4.09.
Okay, very good question. Rahim, how do I know that? All right, here, if you're given any triangle, it doesn't matter. All right, and let me just draw this one line and also draw another line. If these two parallel lines are parallel, okay, let's say this side is A, this side is B, and this one is C, this one is D. All right, so from here, if they are, actually these lines are parallel, then A over B must be equal to C over D. Ratios are equal. Okay. Now from here, as you see, CQ, right? And these two lines, as you see, if I just draw longer, and if I draw longer, they are parallel. How do I know that? Because this angle is 90 degrees. Also, this angle is 90 degrees. So the ratio of CP to BQ, it is 1, right? 3/3 is equal to 1. And also then the ratio of CQ to QA, it must be 1. That means that this must be equal to this. In general, and let me just change this. That's in general, this is the ratios. That means that if this equals this, then this should be equal to this. If these lines are parallel. Okay, it's about similarity. Maybe soon, actually in the future, I will teach you, but now it's a little bit early for you. But in general, that's true, because these figures, this triangle and the bigger triangle, they are similar. Similar means that your corresponding sides are proportional. Okay,
So, Mr.
that's
Qasim,
why
if
if
there are
this one is the midpoint, and also this must be the midpoint of AC. That's why. Okay, but good question, Rahim. Let's continue. One more question. After that, we will finish the class. A piece of wire 48 centimeters long is bent to form a rectangle whose length is twice its width. Calculate its area. So we are talking about a piece of wire. Let's say this is our wire, and the length of this wire is 48 centimeters, right? And I just flattened this. After that, I formed a kind of rectangle using this piece of wire. So it says that bent to form a rectangle whose length is twice its width. So its width is W, its length should be 2W. And since we use this piece of wire to make this rectangle, that means that the perimeter of this rectangle should be 48 centimeters. So to find the area, I need to know W. So from this perimeter, what is perimeter? 2 times length. Length equals to W. Width is just equal to W. That's equal to 48. If you solve this equation, 2W plus W is 3. 3 times 2 is 6W, 48. So W is equal to 8. That means that length is equal to 16. First step. Now the second step, what is the area? Area equals length times width. Length is 16. Width is 8. That's equal to 100. Is it 28? 128 square centimeters. Okay. Ali, Wagif, Zubeda, Rahim, Tariel, do you have any questions? I mean, in general. Yeah, it is so cute. What is that? Your calculator?
Get a grown-up calculator.
Okay. Okay, guys, keep practicing. All right. That much is enough for today. When we have class, Tariel, again on Friday?
Yes, on Friday.
Okay. Now, if you have time, I already shared these questions. You need to practice. Okay. If you have time, if you're too busy like Ali, Wagif, we have nothing to do. All right. Okay, Ali, Wagif, Rahim, Tariel, Zubayda, thank you very much for your time, for your patience. I will meet you on Friday. Okay. Enjoy
Bye,
your
Mr.
time.
Bye.
Have a nice
Bye,
day.
Mr. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Calculator kişi olur.